This is my 17-acre, 5,550 square foot mansion that was purchased for $7,000. It used to look like this, so I turned it into this, and now I am doing a complete remodel to restore it. So we started in the attic. We decided to tear out all the wood, suck out the old insulation, then we spray foamed everything. After that, we tore out the upstairs and downstairs hardwood floors, gutted the downstairs walls, spray foamed again, demoed the kitchen, the back staircase, and then cleaned everything up. And this brings us to today. We have the original tile floors to the house, and we're gonna rip them out. This procedure is gonna consist of two parts. First one is we gotta get all these little tiles up, get everything broken up, and then that's gonna expose the mortar down below. Then we'll break this up, and then when we're all said and done, we'll have the floor joists exposed, we'll get everything cleaned up, and then we're one step closer to construction.
First things first, we need to expose all our tile flooring. So we're gonna throw all this laminate away. Justin arrived with the tools that we're gonna try first, and it's this digging bar. It's like a big chisel that we'll try to use to break this slab up into the chunks so we can pull them up a little piece at a time. Currently Justin is right here in the basement. He is gonna try to disturb the slab from down below while I'm gonna try to chisel it up above and see where we gain a better result. So this is the situation in the basement. We have these little boards that have the cement over them. So Justin is gonna try to peel these boards down and beat it from here to disturb the slab. And it might be a combination of both of us.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can just get it started and it would help us out.
Oh, trust me, we can start it. All I need is to flip the anger switch.
So, I wonder if I should hit that up.
So with combined effort, we got the hole broke through. Our hope and theory now that we can start from this hole and peeling layer by layer. We go. When you work around people with stuff that's flying in the air and swinging, make sure you're not swinging towards the person, because this head can fly off anytime. You'll never know when that can happen. So we're trying to be cautious and foresee any possible accidents. we stopped beating with the sledge about around here, and you can just see how much it's cracked. Every single joist that's running here, there's a crack. It's crack. Definitely needs some TLC. Justin and I were curious how much weight is actually was sitting here. For the sake of the experiment, this is 10 inches wide by 14 inches long, which will give you a square foot. Scale yourself up.
Yep, I was at 194. 195.
Okay. Let's check. So 25 pounds.
Yep.
And then, did we say another 2 inches of
2 inches come off of the top with the
tile?
with the tile.
So let's just be
That's-
safe. We'll call it another 15 pounds,
Yeah.
just in case. So 40 pounds per square foot.
The room is
16 by 13.
16 times 13.
208.
208 times 40.
40. 8,300 pounds. That just from this room. Then we had that little thing and that little thing in that room. So we could safely say we handled at least 9,000 pounds, maybe even close to
10,000.
10,000, just because we
So-
gracefully rounded the numbers.
5 ton in one room. Well, 4 ton in one room. With
Yeah.
nothing underneath it for bracing.
So this kitchen was begging for help for 100 years. To drink some water too.
Back to it.
Okay.
Got the hard part done. Now it's the dusty cleanup.
Ready to work. Justin told us, Cole, you get down in the corner of that house out of the way, get your toothbrush, and make sure that flooring is clean. You, Roman, you'll start picking up these big chunks and we'll make sure it's all clean and finish off with a vacuum cleaner.
house has been sitting for the last 100 years, this wall over to this wall has been the kitchen. We're gonna be pulling this wall down over here, so the kitchen's gonna go all the way to that back wall. And we also wanna make the house handicap accessible. Now the thing about the layout of the house is it's a little bit hard to tell since we're standing up in here, but we're standing about 3 feet off the ground right now at our feet. So we have a little ways to go down, hence why we have the steps right here in order for us to get down to the ground level and then just be able to walk right outside. So in order for us to truly be handicap accessible, we need to have a ramp going up into the house somewhere. So what we're thinking is right where that window currently is, we're gonna knock that bad boy out. We're gonna make it from the left side of the window right to where the corner of the house is. So it's gonna go from right here to over there. We're taking out the platform that was on the bottom of the stairs. We're simply just gonna add another step to the stairs. We're gonna be ripping the stairs out at some point too, because we're gonna have to change the angle of them, and that's a project for another day. But Justin's just getting everything opened up right here. Looks like there is a ancient pair of shoes. Are these women's shoes? That were hiding underneath the stairs. It's kind of gross. Looks like there's a mouse there. What else do we got? There's an old scarf. Hey Roman, you need a scarf?
What is it?
A scarf?
Yeah. You see, because I have my neck exposed today, I would like to wrap something up around my neck.
What are you watching?
Chris Voss, how to negotiate a higher wage.
Hey, just remember, I've been watching Chris too, and he teaches me how to keep your employees at a lower wage.
Can't go any lower than nothing.
Originally, Justin thought that they built that little platform there, so when you came down the stairs, it would raise the head clearance going down, but the platform is right there and the floor joists are down here. So I guess just a bigger step on the bottom of the stairs. So just forward thinking here, we're gonna have this wall out. This is gonna be all open through here, and then our ramp will just shoot down right there. Now on the other side of the house, we're gonna have a wall roughly somewhere right here, and this part is going to be the living room. It goes around the corner of the chimney. We are gonna be taking the chimney out, so this is gonna open up the space a lot, and that's gonna tie right into the dining room. Now the dining room is going to be attached to the kitchen. We're pretty much going to have most of this wall gone, so we're going to have an open concept between the kitchen and the dining room. And then we have this room over here, which used to be the old office. We're going to take about 2/3 of it. It's going to be the kitchen pantry. That'll connect right over to the kitchen. And then the back part of it is actually going to be a bathroom. So probably somewhere about right here. So this is going to be the bathroom space. So if we can visualize a little bit, this entire wall is going to be gone till we get to about here, and then this is going to be cut off, separating the pantry and separating the bathroom from where Justin's at. It's going to be the ramp that will head down into the garage. And then underneath of the stairs, we have a fairly spacious area, and actually we can walk under here. There used to be a little closet right here. I would like to turn this into like a little communications room where we have our Wi-Fi router and just kind of anything electronical that we want to run through. It's a nice conspicuous spot. It's a small area. Perfect little room for that kind of thing. Like, look what we got here with all these wires and stuff going on, and our router and our mesh systems and everything else. We can just tuck it under there.
Hey Cole, get back to work.
Okay, say it, don't spray it.
The rest of my duty for today is just vacuum this section here and pull up this flooring. Could take me 15 minutes or like 13.
There we go, look at that. We got a clean top landing now. It's gonna be excellent working space to be able to build the ramp going down. We got clean floor. We do have to get these little sideboards going off because this is what the mortar sat on before, and then underneath of those we have, well, it would be the ceiling in the basement, so we're gonna have to get to that at some point. Roman is super excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm also admired by this board that carries a lot of weight from up above all the way down here, and it's just this little board that all this sits.
Why did they do that? That's the corner, and it's not on top of a floor joist.
It's close enough. I'm not saying they did it wrong or something, but so many places it's like, why?
Which, to be honest, it's kind of interesting that this wall even had that much pressure on it, because we have the exterior wall, which the floor joists up there are sitting on, so that's a resting point. And then there's not a break right here in the floor joist, so they span all the way across to that wall. So that wall is load bearing, and the exterior wall is load bearing. And then Roman has a special name for this wall.
Yeah, it's mental support wall. It's obviously doing the job, but it's not the load bearing wall. It's not the just divider. It's the mental support wall.
Which, I guess now that if we really think about it, there used to be brick, like 4 feet up all the way around the bathroom that's right above that wall. And then they had the tile floor, they had a cast iron bathtub, they had the toilet, they had a cast iron sink, plus a person in there. So I mean, we're probably looking at like literally a car worth of weight sitting up in that room. So if there was any bow whatsoever in the floor joist, it would have transferred right down into this little support wall. But now that we got everything cleared out of there, there's going to be an extremely light load there, so we're not going to need that wall. We're definitely going to do some calculating on it, and we're just going to make 100% sure that it doesn't at least need to have a header built in right there to support some weight. But looking at the floor joists and how they're laid out, we got support on the outside wall, and we have support over here. So that wall was just basically dividing the rooms.
While giving it some mental support, saying just, hey, I'm here just in case.
Where the old tile in the kitchen and the bathroom used to be, we're gonna have to get some sheeting in here on top of these floor joists, so that way it's equal to the subfloor that we have right now. And then we're actually gonna have a double layer, because then we'll have another layer of sheeting over top of that, then we'll end up putting our floor. So by the time we're all said and done, our whole floor system is going to be probably like that thick. Do you think the demolition is the fun part or the easy part?
I guess when you're stressed, it's fun part because you don't really have to think about it much.
Anger clinic.
Anger clinic. And you can really relieve your stress, but then at the same time, all the dust jolting back into your joints and arms. Yeah, it gets tiring at some point.
It's the worst when the dust gets into your joints. Oh, man. Good thing your skin's pretty thick.
Yeah, I guess either I misspoke or Cole just making fun of me. But then it's good for anybody that uses their arms, whether to hit or arm wrestle.
As far as the major demolition that we have left goes, we have this under flooring of where the mortar sat on. Then there's a floor under that, which is the ceiling of the downstairs. Got to tear that out. We got some subflooring in here that will come out. There's just a little bit of miscellaneous subflooring here that was all sagged out. We'll get that fixed, but we'll pull it out and replace it with new. We are going to be tearing this staircase out, the landing, that staircase. And don't be too mad at me, but we're also going to be tearing this one out as well. We're going to be replacing them all. The way they were built back then, it's not really conducive to what we'd be looking for, because I mean, these are literally the only things holding up the stair. Not a lot of support there in the squeak department, which I don't like squeaky floors.
Are you saying you're gonna have a traffic heavy people using those stairs?
Roman, if you haven't noticed, I'm actually 320 pounds. I just don't look like it.
Thick.
Hey, HR! So I guess long story short, we have a lot of demolition left to do, but the really messy stuff, which is all the stuff with insulation and the old rotten dust and everything else, we are nearing to an end of that, which we are excited about. And then once we get done with the demolition stuff, then we start reconstructing the house and actually get to start moving walls and building this into the absolutely fantastic layout that it's going to be. But we go from the not so fun, the dusty, dirty, messy part to the, this isn't as fun because why is wood that expensive? So now we officially have one of the most daunting tasks done, which is the floor. And we are now one step closer. We're one step closer every single day to starting construction of fully remodeling and restoring this mansion. We're tired. That's all we got for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.